Your body is going through a process of revitalization, revivification. July 28, 2013. John. Good afternoon, dear Jesus. Thank you for your last. Today I am feeling extremely lethargic, unmotivated, basically asleep on my feet. Can you offer me information or guidance on what is going on? Is it just me, my ego playing up by being lazy, or what? And it would be nice if I could open to hear whatever you have to tell me, so please help me with that. Thanks. And I also feel unusually irritable, or angry. Has that emotion been blocked or denied within me, and is now coming up for release, or do I really not experience or need to experience it? Jesus. Yes, John, you are tired. Your body, like those of many, many others, is going through a process of revitalization, revivification. The best way I can explain it is to say that an enormous increase in the frequency of your energy fields is occurring, and this will re-energize all on Earth when the process is complete. Then you will all feel truly alive, most of you for the first time since you incarnated for this particular life. And along with that feeling of aliveness you will experience a large increase in enthusiasm for life as your creative abilities come online in a very expanded and more abundant form. It is most certainly something you can look forward to with ardent anticipation. When you feel tired, sleep, and do not judge yourself as lazy or inadequate because of that need. Just honor it by allowing it. And of course tiredness, when there is stuff hanging over you that you feel you need to take care of, does tend to lead to irritation because you do not have the energy to even think about it, and yet you want to, or feel that you should or must. Your body tells you what it needs, so be kind to it. Do not judge it, because it has and it will continue to serve you well. Work with it, do not fight it, and enjoy the peace that allows you to experience. Whatever your bodily experiences may be, they do have a purpose for you, even if you do not presently understand them. Remember that the environment in which you are presently experiencing life imposes severe limitations upon you. It is an environment of limitation, and so what you might like to do is often beyond the capabilities of your body. That is the motivation behind all those who drive themselves physically, either in their quest for perfect personal fitness or to set new records in sports. They know that they should be capable of much, much more, and so they push their physical boundaries as far as they can. Some of the results they achieve, even though they may be using drugs that have been defined as illegal, are very impressive. What they are also doing is showing that limitations can be overcome and thereby opening minds to the possibility of removing limitation entirely, and that is quite an expansion of your consciousness. When you awaken you will find that there truly are no limits. Anything you can conceive of is always possible. John. Thank you very much for that, dear Jesus. It is a very uplifting line of thought, and re-emphasizes the need for acceptance of what is, unless one is driven to push beyond the apparent limits, as some obviously are. Jesus. Yes, that is their path. Remember, everyone is following a path they chose with great care and wisdom before incarnating, and it is bringing into their lives the lessons they have chosen to learn. Never disparage another's path because you can have no idea why they elected to follow it or where it may be leading them. Judgment is of the ego and should be avoided. Discernment, when used with caution and wisdom, is necessary at times. Accept your own path, wherever it takes you, knowing as you do in your heart center that it is perfectly tailored to your requirements, and allow others the respect and honor they deserve as they follow theirs. To follow your path to the best of your ability is the optimum way to follow it, but that does not mean riding roughshod over the feelings or concerns of others. Beware of believing, either sometimes or all the time, that you are right and that others are wrong, because that is a very dangerous and potentially damaging belief, one that has sadly been too well demonstrated throughout the eons of humanity's presence on Earth. If it is suggested to you that maybe you are mistaken in an opinion, word, or action, then it always makes sense to re-examine your premise as open-mindedly as possible. and if you find that you are mistaken, then gratefully acknowledge the correction and the person who offered it, and be glad that your knowledge base has expanded. As you know, everyone presently on earth is in the process of learning and evolving spiritually. No one experiencing life on earth as a human is in a position to judge another because no one, due to the limitations that the illusion imposes upon you, has access to the infinite field of divine wisdom that they will have when they awaken. Part of your path to awakening is to become aware that the wisdom and knowledge available to you while on the earth plane is severely limited. This awareness makes it far easier for you to stop judging and to open your hearts in love and acceptance of whatever occurs, and of all others, whatever their affiliations of race, creed, color, or culture. When you do, you find yourselves, as always intended, releasing that within you which is not in alignment with the divine will and enjoying the sense of peace that non-judgment always brings, because it is in truth an awareness that all are indeed one, and that judgment of another is in fact a judgment of self. Judgment makes absolutely no sense because you were all created by God, and all His creations are perfect, without fault or blemish, divine beings of infinite beauty and purity. What you judge, when you judge, are non-existent illusions, imaginary aspects that you display in bodily form as you play games and pretend to be something that you are not and never could be. Rejoice in the certain knowledge that you are to awaken, and rediscover the you that your Father created in love for all eternity. Your loving brother, Jesus. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman2.wordpress.com